a new flow, new opportunities, new pathways and possibilities for growth. And yet, this feeling seems to be overthrown by past fears and feelings that are demanding attention and distracting and almost creating an illusion of your capability and where you are right now. This is a time and a moment to get grounded in the present more than ever. To put one foot at a time and to not lose hope or sight of your goals when clouds pass and there is a lack or absence of sunshine. Where do you draw your strength from? Where do you get your energy from? How are you grounding into the vision that is you? You may feel overwhelmed, inspired right now, at a crossroad and split between two different energies. And I would like to invite a third pathway to you, rather than it feeling like it is left or right, past or future. Choose the present. Be present. Carry the past and the future with you as you walk straight on, because you are on the right path. There's no need to turn right now. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't made a mistake. This isn't the time to walk down memory lane. Your subconscious may be bringing up a lot of stuff right now, almost like a way for your higher self to say, these are feelings that could potentially get in the way. These are the reasons why you're being called to slow down, not to stop, but to allow yourself to breathe, to stay rooted and firm like the trees as you wait for the seeds that you have been planting for the past 9 to 6 months to continue to root themselves into this new you, into this new energy, and let this timeline germinate. I had a download over autumn time that I never shared about how we are like the trees, shedding not just our leaves, the things that used to sustain us and give us life. We let go of the things that no longer feel right or align. But we also see trees dropping new seeds for the new season. In itself, that is a harvest preparing to be grown. We're shown this with acorns and those, I want to say cloves, I don't know the name of the thingy. It's like a seed and it propels almost like a helicopter. I used to collect them when I was little. But anyway, those seeds we see, and those are the things that birth new oak trees. They birth new, they create food for the animals during this time. So if you're feeling out of line, give yourself the time to pause and look back on all that you have shed. Not in a sense of because that's the thing, look back. As soon as I said that, spirit was just like, that wasn't the language for that. It's not about look back, but to stand firm and continue to look ahead, trusting in the knowledge of the soles of your feet. Your feet know where you have been, and your feet know what you have released. And at your roots, you have planted new seeds, because at the same time as you were shedding your old life, you were creating new worlds in your mind. And in this limerence feeling, okay, some of you guys, limerence may be significant, but I actually was, limerence, why did I say limerence? Because I was actually leaning more towards the in-between, but everything is significant. Confirmation burp. Limerence, a state of being infatuated or obsessed by another person, typically characterized by a strong desire for reciprocation of one's feeling. Okay. Spirit saying you're having limerence with your future timeline. Putting it so far ahead of you and bringing back feelings from the past, the feelings that are buried within your subconscious, the old beliefs that are coming out right now. This is nature's way, your body's wise, ancient wisdom way of letting you know, hold on, babe. You're walking down this path, you may be in Australia, but you're walking down this path with a lack of certainty, with a lack of faith. Like you're running full throttle, but you're kind of afraid. So it's time to slow down and trust that you know the way. To trust that you are safe. Okay? And back to the limerence, your future timeline, your dream timeline, the world that you want to create is not something that is one-sided. It's meeting you halfway. Sorry, this dog keeps running to me. Such a cutie. But yeah, it wants you to. It's coming. So you might be having a lot of intrusive thoughts from the past, reminding you of rejection, abandonment wounds, mother wounds, not feeling good enough, not feeling prepared enough. But that's the thing about Capricorn energy, the big vision. You can have a blueprint to a building. Architecture is coming to mind. Like infrastructure, like Capricorn, and the word infrastructure and structure is really significant to me at the moment right now. But yeah, you can have no, I just got really excited by this, because I all of a sudden the energy's just changed. Like I can feel like an empire, I can hear trumpets, I can almost like see the 6 of Wands. Like you are on the way, you are on the right path. Your seeds are already planted. And that's what I'm saying, like in terms of the blueprints, you have the blueprint of that, you have the energy blueprint in your mind. You know what you want it to feel like. You might not necessarily have, maybe you've started building the foundation, maybe you've started laying some bricks, maybe you're starting to shift how you want things to look. You're refining right now. But that doesn't mean just because you are at level 1 or stage 3 or chapter 5 that the dream is not alive. The dream was alive from the moment it was shed from the tree and it was released. It was never dead, because energy never dies. No, energy never dies, it's just transmuted. So I need you to have faith in the dreams that you have, that they are growing, and attend to what it is you need right now. Okay? What do you need? What intentions, what structures do you need for the empire that you're building, for the dreams and the visions that you're upholding? Okay? The sun is coming back out as I say that. 9:55, 9:56. Justice, 11. Okay. The time that you are spending or have spent in hermit mode in isolation, I'm hearing. Some of you guys are doing more isolation than introspection. You can introspect in community. But there is, in between the hermit and justice is the wheel of fortune. And that is where we are currently. I'm getting excited. It's like your intention, your habits, the ground moves, the bricks that you're laying are building and moving you towards your legacy, towards where you want to be. And if my words are hitting and resonate with what I'm saying to you, and if you can feel the tingling in the soles of your feet or in your pelvis area by your root, and you know I'm exactly where I need to be, that there are things that need to change, but that challenge, that problem doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with me. That any redirections, any delays, any things that are not going your way, you can cast aside and you can zoom out and chill with your higher self and just vibe for a bit. Because what do you mean it's not going your way? Everything goes your way. Everything goes your way. Everything goes your way. And on a 3D conscious level, because I heard, what about the pain? On a 3D conscious level, on a human level, pain fucking sucks. I'm so sorry. Pardon my French. I'm a fucking sailor. But maybe in a past life, I feel like I might have been a pirate or something. But yeah, there is no way that grief, heartbreak, poverty, devastation, dread, how's that going my way? Listen, let me give you some higher self wisdom here. It's not that those things are good. I'm not saying that they're good, but we have to cast away the binaries. And you have, that's what I was saying about the paths. It's not about one way or the other. Pick the third. Power of free, very significant. And it was just 12:22 on the timer. You are in alignment always. And your higher self, okay? Because at the end of the day, you are your soul. You got that free will, okay? You are co-creating, and there's so many other factors at play. But those darker things, I always say with the wheel of fortune, the actions that you make, the decisions that you're making, that either shifting you in your consciousness or your subconscious. And sometimes the steps that we take, confirmation burp, subconsciously we choose that path because there's a lesson that we want to learn. There is something that is needed there in order for us to make our way to where it is we want to be. And I feel like that was so cryptic, and I feel like there's definitely a way I can say that easily, but I'm hearing in death there is life. And in this transition, although you may feel like you are breaking away, losing yourself, you are actually coming alive. You are the phoenix that is actually leaving the ashes this time. I feel like a lot of you, sometimes when there has been a fire, you're like, this is fine. I'm going to sit down with it. My old world is burning. This could be metaphorical, like your mind, your mind internally, you could feel like your identity is crumbling. There could be literal things around you, career, housing, your foundation, your sense of safety. Even the vision that you have for your life, everything could feel like it's crumbling. And I'm here to tell you why. It's not for you to sit in it with the ashes and you're going to stay there until you turn into ash too. No, you must rise. Okay? I know we give Capricorn a rep of like, oh my gosh, they ignore their emotions, They're not like the Cancers, they're always focused about work. But that's because the show must go on. I feel like Capricorn and Leo energy, they go to work together real bad. For that very reason, because the show must go on. And I feel like the balance here, and that's what I'm saying, it's not about binary. We're not saying Capricorn is better than Cancer or Cancer is better than Capricorn. It's about those sister signs meeting each other in the middle. Meet me halfway. That's where love is. That's where temperance is. That's where balance is. And right now, 1506, you are being asked, what daily habits, what work, how can you serve yourself? How are you taking care of your health? How are you nurturing yourself to make sure that your material, your physical needs are met and that your dreams are achieved in this lifetime and reality? Again, it may feel like I'm asking a lot of questions rather than offering insight, but I actually wrote a piece on the new moon a couple of days ago about how new moons are more questions and are more reflective. Why? Because we are not looking up to the sky. We are not looking outside of us for light, for introspection, for answers, because the answers are within. And in order to hear, okay, you need to truly be listening. It requires stillness. It requires it requires using your voice to hear what is buried below. Because the subconscious is what is controlling the flow. So if things are starting to feel out of alignment, that is a feeling. And the thing about feelings is you can investigate them and understand that that feeling is not what determines where you are, who you are, and if you are going to achieve. Okay? Pisces, Neptunian energy, there's a lot of illusion. Saturn, I'm also seeing 7 of Cups. So options, you might feel like you've got the wrong end of the stick, that it's never going to get better than this. But those feelings, what identity is that rooted in? Because I keep saying roots. Your I am. What is the truth? Hello, welcome to the Haven of Truth. My name is Destiny. If you don't know me already, I thought this was just going to be a short little thing. But at the end of the day, even me saying that is me not listening. My soul has never wanted to do short or surface level. My soul has always wanted to do deep. My soul has always wanted to speak. All the things that you've always wanted to do, what's stopping you from being? What's holding you back from me? That's what this energy is calling you towards. I don't even remember what I was saying before, but roots, yes. See, that's the thing. That's another thing. You never forget. Your subconscious always holds the memory. So it doesn't matter what illusions are coming back now. It doesn't matter. Even if, and I'm not going to create. I got inspiration for a new spread when I woke up out of meditation this morning from my dream about divine reflections. Even if your reality is showing you proof and patterns that something is wrong and it is triggering certain feelings, let me give you a little bit of tea, esoteric tea. There's 2 timelines. There's 2 lives happening all the time. Yeah, there's infinite timelines, but we can break it down into X and Y, 2 timelines. And that's where that tug of war feeling can come from, in the sense that your subconscious will recognize what has been and what is and what you want. Okay, so there's 3 timelines I'm even hearing. Okay, Spirit's dropping me more insight. But what I was saying in that is that we look for evidence around us to confirm what it is that we believe subconsciously. Because the present, what is an accumulation of what was. Where you are right now, you will still hold traces of what you used to believe, of old patterns. And when those patterns show up in your physical reality now, you have to anchor into I am and choose, is this who I am? If there's a situation that's coming up to say that makes you feel like I'm not good enough, you have to choose and say I am good enough. And that's what I was saying about carrying the past and the future with you. You continue to walk down the road. You continue to go with the flow, and you say, you know what? I'm not feeling good enough right now, but I am. You give yourself compassion. You and nurture yourself. This is where the Cancer energy comes through. You're not feeling good enough, my darling, but this is where I invite you to rest, to pause, to breathe, to sit with that feeling, to follow your inspiration, to do that hard task, to do the thing that you've been avoiding because you fear that it will never last, that your goodness will always be avalanched by despair. No. We're not going to wallow in the ashes. We are going to rise. We're going to acknowledge what doesn't feel right. We're going to allow our body to have its time. We're not going to intellectualize. We're going to breathe. We're going to speak life into our seeds that are underground. The reality that you're waiting for has not yet come up in front of your eyes fully. But spring is on the way, babe. We still have 3 more months. It's only your third day out here. 2114. So as you're going through these endings, as you're wrapping up cycles, allow yourself to have temperance and to continue to believe. Yeah? You may feel guided to pause. This is not Hanged Man energy. Okay? It might feel that way, but actually you are integrating, you are alchemizing, and you are choosing to be here. If you're still listening, you've chosen to be here because your soul knows where it wants to go. You know where you want to go. And it's painful right now because why didn't I do it before? Why has it taken me so long? It was all part of the journey, babe. I keep saying this. I keep catching myself saying it. This is going to be sick for the documentary. For the autobiography. You've got to let the story unfold. You can't go from dream to done in one day. Dance with the romance of your visions. Okay, and don't be afraid to connect with others that are on the same walk of life. Yeah. Because, oh my God, I just see all these new babies. New life is coming. New life is coming. New life is here. And before you know it, the seeds that are breaking, they are doing their best to get their roots deep enough that the vision can grow tall enough and provide enough fruit for you this time next year. You are doing your best to anchor, to get the nutrients that you need. And before you know it, your seeds, your root, you're going to germinate and push through the soil. And it will be like a mermaid taking a breath. Confirmation, but I'm seeing Ariel, like when she walks on human grounds for the first time, a dragonfly coming out of its shell. That feeling that you're waiting for of, oh my God, it is coming. But right now, we are in the subconscious. It's the new moon as I film this. I'm not even filming, it's just a voice note. But this is a time where your roots are strengthening. They want to go deeper. This pain that is coming up, it isn't to hurt you. It isn't to hurt you. It's all because the deeper you go within yourself, the firmer your roots. The deeper, the more sacred your truth. The more sturdy you are because, yeah, you're going deep within you, but you connect with your source. So that means when the winds are blowing and your trunk is exposed, your trunk being the body in this metaphor, when your mind, your branches feel barren and feel exposed to the wind, the thoughts and the illusions that are clouding your vision, you can be like, that's okay because I know who I am. So I'm going to remain firm. I'm going to remain rooted, and I know that I am safe. I'm safe to pause, but I'm also safe to create. I'm safe to make and take the actions that I feel guided to. And look at that confirmation with that motorbike. Like, you are ready to go on your way. So if speed is what you need, if speed is and momentum and creation is what you feel right now, go on your way. Nothing is blocking you, babe. Nothing. And that's the thing, because there are no blocks, that's why the subconscious is doing a lot right now. That's why your mind, that hypervigilance that I've been talking about on my TikTok, this energy of searching for threats, big Scorpio energy, Chiron and Aries, I think might be significant as well. But these wounds are coming up to you to be like, oh no, we've tried to build this path before. We've tried to love before. We've tried to share our work before, to share our art before, to find a new job or career before. We've tried to live in purpose before. We've tried to live as I am. We've tried to be authentic. We've tried to follow the plan, and every single time we tried, we got burnt, we were denied, and we can't do this. That is what's going on in your nervous system. And I am here, and I know I'm shouting, babe, but I have to speak with some form of not urgency. The ego wants urgency, but this is certainty. This is sovereignty. And yeah, I am certain in the words that I'm saying, to the point that I can say it to you, and it's up to you whether you're going to believe if it's true or not. Yeah, it is up to you whether my words will move you. But I'm hearing she's so persuasive. How does it feel to be you? How does it feel to be that bitch? Thank you, Dolce. Because how does it feel to be you? If what you're feeling like doesn't feel true to who you are, magpies, that might be a little bit of a sneaky lie trying to creep in and take you away from your timeline. The past is trying to take you away. So those feelings, when they come up, guys, I need you to remember, in the chakra system, it's I am, then it's I feel. So when you are feeling something, you can always trace the root of that energy. That's what I was saying earlier. See, tangents. But feelings are navigation systems to who am I right now? Where is this coming from? What timeline is this anchored in? Sometimes, yes, in our roots, we did have anchored strongholds that were not true. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. Yeah, so when you start to feel that again, that is probably a pain body, a ghost from the past that is trying to pull you away. And your subconscious, your body, your mind, all they try and do is keep you safe. Baby, it ain't safe to love. Baby, it ain't safe to trust. And that's why it's overwhelming your system right now. But you need to get all your parts in order, in harmony. I'm seeing someone doing a Lego thing. Before you get to building, there's a manual of all the parts. You know what your parts are. You know you have a mind. You know you have a soul. You know you have emotions. You know you have a higher self. You know you have a shadow. You know you have an inner child. I'm seeing like this sorting and organizing of what do we have in stock. Yeah, no, a lot of corporate babes or corporate energy. I used to be a corporate babe, so maybe that's why a lot of these metaphors are coming. But you don't just go in straight away. Data analysis, you have to sort and organize first before you dive straight into the meat. Oh my gosh, and I love that I did this, and this felt so freeing, and this is always how I've wanted to speak, and the clouds are just passing and the sun is still here, and so are the trees, and so are you, and you will continue to be safe. You will continue to be aligned no matter how you feel, no matter the timeline. You are always making your way home to truth, to source, to you. You're always in alignment. And whenever you feel out of balance, you're always in alignment, but you're not always in balance. Woo! Write that down. Write that down. You're always in alignment, but you're not always in balance. And this goes, oh my goodness, guys, I've got so much to share with you, so much to teach you, so much that I have learned on my journey to I am, my journey back to my roots, my journey back to my truth. And that's why I've created the Haven of Truth. That's why I've created the Ndiverse, the land of I am. Because we are co-creators and we are building a new world. And it is up to us to let the energy of the times flow and be our guide. And right now, everything that I've said in this is the current energy. These are the questions, these are the energies that are showing up, that I'm picking up on, at least. There are multiple collective, multiple currents. If there's any intuitive downloads that you're picking up that you'd like to share with the Indivine beings, drop it in the comments. Yes, you guys are my Indivine beings. Indi meaning I am, but also I am divine, meaning we, collective. We are all connected. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I feel to wrap up this message like, yeah. In fact, before I wrap it up, we're going to breathe. And have gratitude for where we've been. Gratitude. Hold on, take a breath. And after you have gratitude for where you've been, have gratitude for where you are. And as I say that, having gratitude for where you are, you might feel some discomfort. And I don't ask you to fix it. I don't ask you to label it. I don't ask you to question it. All I ask is that, again, breathe. Let the air do what it needs. Let the feeling come up and be released. Feelings don't come up to harm you. Triggers are not there to end or destroy or kill you. They are there to release. They are there to show and signal patterns. And right now, if I say be grateful for where you are, you might feel pain in your lower back, signaling that your roots, there's a wound, that you might not feel safe. And if you sit with that feeling and continue to breathe, that feeling eventually is going to go away. Not because the present moment or the fact that you're drained or the problems aren't there, but the fact that energetically you're not stuck. I use trees as metaphors a lot, but you can move. So if you're feeling discomfort in your body, that is showing you where you've been, where you are, and a lot of the time where we don't want to be, in order to abide by and to truly venerate and acknowledge that ancestral wisdom. You have to let it be. Sorry, I'm almost losing the channel now. I feel like that might even be a separate message. Started teaching there, but hopefully just by the sound of my voice and the words of wisdom that I planted in your subconscious mind, and as you continue to breathe, maybe that pain or that discomfort begins to subside. Maybe you finally get the strength to move, to do what it is that you've been feeling called to do. Because that's all those feelings and triggers and discomfort and uncomfortability are for you. It's language, it's communication. And with great practice and diligence and power in the mind and strength in the mind, you can choose what perspective you wish to align. And although it may feel like 12, the Hanged Man, I invite you into temperance, to alchemize, to mix two different states of being, and to still find yourself right in the center and right on time. I love you lots, and I'll speak to you next time.